Have you ever wondered what truly separates the people who achieve their dreams from those who just fizzle out? Is it talent? Luck? Money? I've spent years studying this, and I've found that it boils down to one single powerful habit. A habit so simple yet so profound that it acts as the ultimate separator between winners and quitters. And today, I'm going to share it with you. So, what is this magic ingredient? It's consistency. I know, it might not sound as glamorous as raw talent or a stroke of genius, but trust me, consistency is the bedrock of all great achievements. Think about it. Talent might get you to the starting line first, and a bit of luck might open a few doors, but it's consistency that keeps you running the race, day in and day out, long enough to actually cross the finish line. It's the engine that powers you through the inevitable dips, the boring stretches, and the moments of self-doubt. Without it, even the most gifted person will eventually get lapped by someone with less talent, but more grit. Let's look at a real-life example we can all relate to. Fitness. How many people do you know who sign up for a gym membership in January, full of motivation? They go hard for 2 weeks, maybe 3. They're intense, they're posting their workouts, they're all in. But by February, where are they? Life gets in the way. They miss 1 day, then 2, and soon, the habit is broken. Now contrast that with the person who doesn't do 2-hour beast mode sessions. Instead, they commit to a 30-minute walk or a quick home workout, but they do it 4 times a week every week without fail. In a year, who do you think is in better shape? It's not the person who had a flash of intensity. It's the one who was consistently present. The winner in this scenario isn't the one who lifted the heaviest weight once, but the one who consistently lifted, period. The same principle applies directly to the world of business and entrepreneurship. We hear these incredible overnight success stories, but when you dig deeper, you find that overnight was usually preceded by years of consistent, unglamorous work. Think of any successful founder. They didn't just have one brilliant idea and then suddenly become a millionaire. They showed up every single day. They made the sales calls when they didn't feel like it. They refined their product based on customer feedback, iteration after iteration. They managed their teams through ups and downs. While their competitors were chasing shiny new objects or giving up when sales were slow, the winners were consistently executing the fundamentals. Consistency in business means building trust with your customers, refining your systems, and slowly, brick by brick, constructing an empire while others are still just looking for a lottery ticket. Now, you might be thinking, okay, I get it. Consistency is important. But why is it so effective? There's actual science behind this. When you perform an action repeatedly, your brain starts to form and strengthen neural pathways. This process, called myelination, essentially insulates these pathways, allowing electrical signals to travel faster and more efficiently. In simple terms, the more you do something, the easier and more automatic it becomes. It's like paving a dirt path. At first, it's rough and requires a lot of effort to walk on, but every time you walk it, you smooth it out. Eventually, it becomes a well-worn, paved road that requires almost no conscious thought to travel. That's what consistency does to your brain. It literally rewires it for success, taking an action from the high-effort category and moving it into the automatic habit category. This is how you stop relying on willpower, which is a finite resource, and start running on the powerful engine of habit. So, how do we actually build this superpower of consistency into our lives? It's not about having superhuman discipline. It's about having the right strategy. Here are 4 practical, powerful steps you can start using today. First, and this is the most crucial, start small, ridiculously small. Winners understand that you don't climb a mountain in a single leap. You do it one small, steady step at a time. The mistake most people make is that they try to do too much, too soon. They get overwhelmed, burn out, and quit. Instead, if you want to write a book, don't commit to writing a chapter a day. Commit to writing just 200 words. That's less than a single page. It's so easy that you have no excuse not to do it. But if you do that every day, consistently, in 1 year, you'll have a 73,000-word manuscript. The power isn't in the size of the action, but in the consistency of its repetition. Second, set clear standards. Not vague goals. "I'll try to work out more" is not a plan, it's a wish. It's too vague and leaves too much room for excuses. A winner sets a clear standard. They say, "I will work out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. for 30 minutes in my living room." See the difference? It's specific, it's measurable, and it's non-negotiable. Consistency thrives on this kind of clarity. When your brain knows exactly what to do, when to do it, and where to do it, it removes the friction of decision-making. Your standard becomes a trigger for action. Third, track your progress. Winners measure what matters. This is non-negotiable. Get a simple calendar, a journal, or use an app, and every time you complete your consistent action, mark it off. Put a big red X on the calendar. This simple act does two things. One, it gives you an immediate, tangible reward, a little dopamine hit that says, "Good job." Seeing that chain of X's grow becomes incredibly motivating. You won't want to break the chain. Two, it provides you with undeniable proof that you are making progress, even on days when you don't feel like it. That visual evidence is a powerful weapon against the voice in your head that says you're not getting anywhere. And the fourth strategy, which might be the most overlooked, is to embrace the boredom. Let's be real. Consistency isn't always exciting. It's not glamorous. Most of the time, it's just showing up and doing the work, especially when the initial rush of motivation has faded. This is where most people quit. The winners, however, understand that boredom is part of the process. They don't fight it. They expect it and push through it. The legendary Michael Jordan didn't become the greatest of all time because he loved every single minute of practice. I guarantee you there were thousands of days he didn't want to shoot free throws or run drills. But he became great because he showed up anyway. He embraced the mundane, repetitive work because he knew it was the price of excellence. The ability to endure boredom is a true competitive advantage. Let me share a quick personal story. When I first started this channel, my first few videos got almost no views. I'm talking 10, maybe 15 views, and most of them were probably my mom. It was discouraging. The initial excitement of starting something new was gone, and all that was left was the reality of talking to a camera in an empty room for what felt like no one. It was boring, and it felt pointless. I could have quit right there, and honestly, I wanted to. But I had made a commitment to myself. One video, every week, no matter what. That was my clear standard. I tracked it on a calendar, and I just kept showing up, week after week. Slowly, one video got 100 views, then another got 1,000. The process wasn't exciting, but the results that came from that consistent effort were. That experience taught me firsthand that the real battle isn't against the competition. It's against your own desire to quit when things get boring. So I want you to remember this. Winners are not always the most talented, the wealthiest, or the smartest people in the room. More often than not, they are simply the ones who refuse to quit. They are the ones who continue to show up, consistently, long after the initial excitement wore off and the cheering stopped. They are the masters of the mundane, the champions of the daily grind. I want you to take a moment and ask yourself, where in your life could you apply more consistency? Is it your health, your career, your creative project, your relationships? Whatever it is, I want you to make a commitment today. Not a commitment to be perfect, because you won't be. Not a commitment to be the best overnight. Just a simple commitment to show up, and then show up again tomorrow. Because consistency beats short-term intensity every single time. If this message resonated with you, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel reach more people. Share it with a friend who might need to hear this today. And most importantly, subscribe and join our community. We're all about supporting each other as we take small, consistent actions to build extraordinary lives. Thanks for watching, and remember, winners keep showing up, quitters don't. Which one are you going to be?